This chart shows what younger generations say they want out of their adult lives. According to survey data, 80% of people want to get rich, and 50% seek fame and high career achievement. Chasing those individual metrics usually leads straight to burnout, and the modern solution to that exhaustion is usually solitary self-care, like bubble baths or meditation apps, and building a comfortable fortress where you can simply shut out the rest of the world. But isolating ourselves to recover has left us with a severe problem. Right now, a quarter of the population does not have a single confidant. We are living through a loneliness pandemic. This data visualization compares the physical mortality risks of different human habits. It reveals that the physical damage of severe social isolation matches the physiological toll of smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day. We are attempting to isolate our way out of a physiological crisis. But a lack of human connection is a health failure you cannot solve by yourself. In 1938, researchers began the Harvard study of adult development. They set out to track 724 men across their entire lifespans to see what actually dictates a healthy life. They monitored a cohort of elite undergraduates, but to test socioeconomic variables, they also tracked a second group of boys growing up in Boston's poorest, most disadvantaged neighborhoods. The participant pool was incredibly broad, eventually including a future U.S. President, John F. Kennedy. The research team collected blood work, reviewed medical records, and conducted brain scans. The initial assumption was that factors like genetics or career success would emerge as the absolute clearest drivers of human longevity. But this chart plots the actual findings. The greatest predictor of physical health at age 80 was relationship satisfaction at age 50. And a correlation goes further. These high relational scores align tightly with slower cognitive decline and a stronger immune system. These interpersonal connections appear to act as a regulator for our internal health, slowing the rate of physical decay at a cellular level. Having a large social network or being married doesn't automatically protect you. The Harvard data revealed that a high-conflict marriage damages health more severely than getting a divorce. Quality is the only metric that matters. For an exact manual on cultivating that kind of quality, we have to look back 2,000 years to the Roman philosopher Seneca. Seneca established a very specific rule for friendship. You must evaluate a person strictly before you let them into your life, but once you accept them as a friend, you must trust them completely. He warned against fair-weather friendships built only for convenience. To Seneca, the true purpose of a friend is to provide a person for whom you might die, or someone whose sickbed you choose to sit by, rather than someone you recruit merely to assist in your own times of need. This deep trust acts as biological nutrition, allowing the brain to remain in a state of safety. By quieting the fight or flight response, these relationships prevent the chronic elevation of cortisol that typically wears down the cardiovascular and immune systems. This moves us away from isolated wellness and toward relational self-care. This is the practice of building shared routines and achieving that emotional co-regulation within a trusted interpersonal ecosystem. We have been losing those shared ecosystems for decades. Starting with the introduction of the television in the 1950s, consumer technology has steadily pulled our attention away from communal spaces and pushed us toward isolation. The current director of the Harvard study actually looked at his own team's data and completely changed his routine. He realized he needed to treat his social fitness exactly like physical fitness, actively blocking out time on his calendar just to see his friends, making a phone call, going for a short walk together, and checking in. These are the daily micro-actions of social fitness. Over a lifetime, those small habits compound to protect both the body and the mind. Giving someone your full attention is the most basic form of love. If you want a long, fulfilling life, you cannot simply work on your career goals. You have to put that same work into your relationships.